What's up everybody, Tech Chucker here, and I've got a review for you of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Noir from the Lizard Bathwave. This is a really pretty cool figure. There's a couple of issues that I have with it, so let's go ahead and crack this thing open and take a closer look. Okay, let's take a look at the articulation, because it's fairly decent, but there are a few issues. His head is on a ball hinge. He can look up only about that far. He can get his chin pretty much all the way down into his chest, which is nice. He can look side to side. There's really nothing getting in the way of that. And then for tilt, there's a little bit, not a huge amount, but it's still pretty good. In the shoulders, he's got a ball hinge, and you know, it's okay. He can swivel that arm all the way around, which is good. He's got an upper bicep swivel, no problems there. Double jointed elbows, those just over 90 degrees, and then he has a peg and a hinge in the wrist. He can curl his wrist forward about that far and up about that far. So pretty standard, nothing too spectacular. In the torso, he has a hinge and he can crunch forward about this much, not too bad. And he could do a back arch a little bit more, but the jacket gets in the way. He does have waist swivel, that works good, nothing really getting in the way with that. Down in the hips, he has T-jointed ball joints in the hips. He can do about that far for splits, not too bad. He can kick forward just above his waistline, which is really nice. That's really good. And then he's not really, he's able to kick back about that far. Not too bad, could be better. He has an upper thigh cut, that works good. Double jointed knees, if I can get that to pop. There we go. Works pretty good. It's getting pretty much all the way in half. No boot cut, as far as I can tell. Either mine are frozen or, yeah, there's no boot cut. He's got a hinge in his ankle, back that far, forward this much. Not too shabby. And then he does have an ankle rocker, which works pretty darn good. So overall, the articulation on this figure is pretty much standard, nothing too spectacular. We've seen most of this body mold before, so we're not really all that surprised. All right, let's take a look at the sculpt and the paintwork on this figure. Hasbro did a fairly nice job with it. If you look at the head sculpt, I really like the texture that they've got on here. The goggles are painted fairly cleanly with that silver. I'm actually pretty pleased. I like the neck scarf, and the fact that the little collar is kind of soft is nice. The jacket could be a little bit softer, more pliable, but the torso and the legs, I believe, are from the original Ghost Rider that we got from the Rhino Bathwave, but it's still a really nice likeness of Spider-Man Noir. There's really no paint. You can see that how stiff this is. If they just did a softer plastic, that would be so much better. I do like these boots. These, I believe, are definitely the boots. These might not be the boots that Ghost Rider had, but I like them nonetheless. They've got some nice sculpt detail work. Again, no paint whatsoever throughout the figure, which could really, really help it. Aside from the belt buckle. The belt buckle is painted. Those buttons should have been painted. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with it. And normally during this part, I would measure this guy, but I cannot for the life of me find my measuring tape, so we're just going to do the side-by-side with Deadpool. We know that Deadpool is about 6.5 inches roughly, and these guys are almost equal in height. Deadpool maybe being a couple millimeters taller, but I think he scales perfectly with our typical Marvel Legends figures at about 6.5 inches, which is pretty darn sweet. Hasbro definitely cheaped out when it came to the accessories. They just gave us these two little pistols, which they look kind of futuristic, these pistols. I don't remember if we've gotten these with any other characters, but they're sculpted nice enough. The trigger guards are a little bit small. See if we can focus that in. They're a little bit small to be able to get his finger in there, but it's nice enough. A little bit of paint would have definitely gone a long way for these, but the good thing is they do fit into his hands relatively well. He does have a holster. The problem is that is a singular. There is only one holster. He's got two guns. So that part I do not understand why they only gave us one, aside from they're reusing molds. Could have had one on this side, but whatever. But like I said, these do fit into his hands, not too shabby. Again, the trigger guard's a little bit small, so it's kind of hard to get his fingers in there, but you can do it. And it looks okay. Just the way that he has to hold it doesn't really look like a natural pistol grip, hold, but it works. It gets the job done. So overall, I'm pretty darn pleased with this figure. If it came with a couple extra accessories, that definitely would have gone a long way. But overall, I'm still pretty pleased with this figure, and I would highly recommend you go out and get it. Alright folks, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, leave a comment below, and until next time, I will see you later.